Hi guys, hello spiritual biz success people. How are you guys doing today? So I want to talk a little bit about fear. And are you using fear or is fear using you? Because it's really interesting as we go to step out, especially as spiritual entrepreneurs, because we're stepping out with our gifts, right? We're stepping out with something that might be a little uncomfortable with that step out process. So these fears start to come up. We start to get a little nervous. We're not really sure what's going on. We're like, what are people going to say? We're kind of sitting in this place of like, what's going to happen if I finally step out with my gift? And that fear steps in, and then it keeps us where we are. So the fear grabs hold of us, and we kind of buy into the story of where we are and all those things in our head and the things that might happen to us if we step out. So we're allowing the fear to control us. Truly, the fear is using us. It's using us to do its duty. And that duty a lot of time is to sit and do nothing. And when we sit and we do nothing because of fear, our lives don't change at all. We continue to sit and be in the same spot and be comfortably uncomfortable because the fear is keeping us there. Now, on the flip side, if we actually have fear and we use fear, we can use fear to propel us. Fear is a powerful energy, right? May not be of the best high vibration, but we can take that energy and we can shift it. And so instead of allowing fear to hold us in our space and keep us from living our purpose and keep us from truly the joy we're supposed to experience as spiritual entrepreneurs, we can use that fear to propel us. And being able to make that shift and being able to utilize fear is really key, not even just in your spiritual business, but in life in general. Think about the last time you were afraid to do something, but then you said, you know what, I'm going to do it anyways. And you got over that hurdle and it was a huge life transformational event for you. It could be something like jumping out of a plane. It could be something like public speaking. It could be something as simply as asking someone out on a coffee date that you were too nervous to ask them to do. So when we utilize fear, we can actually go faster because we're going to look at the fear. We're going to give it thanks. We're going to give it gratitude for being there. And we're going to say, how can I harness the energy of fear so that I can move forward? Because without that energy and using that energy to move forward, it's just going to keep us where we are. It's just going to hold us still. And then our lives don't change. And we are here on this planet to live the very best version of ourselves. We are not here to do anything less. We're not here to struggle. We're not here to be upset. We're not here to worry. None of that. We are here to be the best version of ourselves, which is how we raise the vibration of the planet. That is our purpose. That's like actually your only job. You roll out of bed in the morning, your only job should be to be at your highest level of vibration. So when you can be at that highest level, then and if fear pops up, you're able to look at that fear and give it gratitude, harness that energy and allow it to move you forward, like propel you forward. And then you can go faster than you did before the fear. So you definitely want to be able to take that fear. Hello, Colleen, how are you? So you definitely want to be able to take that fear and use it, and don't allow it to use you. It just breaks my heart when I see people sitting in that fear and they refuse to make a move. And it is terrifying, especially if you're stepping out, your first time stepping out, that you're an intuitive or a medium or whatever it is that you're a healer. Your family and friends might go, well, I don't understand what it is that you do. And because they don't understand, or maybe you live in an area, a neighborhood where people aren't familiar with what that is, they can kind of sit in that fear with you. They'll be like, ooh, I'm afraid of, what does she do? I don't understand. And we're afraid of judgment. So when we allow that fear to come in and we're afraid of judgment, we're again just allowing that ego to take its place. We're allowing the ego to keep us in our space because it becomes about us. And this is not about you. There is a huge awakening happening on the planet. There is a huge vibrational shift that's happening. If you're watching this, you know that. I know you know that. That's why you're here, because you're awakened too. So it's your job. It's truly your only job is to get out there and help other people awaken. So to do that, if that fear comes up in that fear of judgment of what are they going to say or what are they going to do, then you need to just harness that fear and move forward, because this is not about you. This is not about what they're going to say. Let them sit in their misery. It has nothing to do with you anyways. When someone complains about you, it says more about them than it does about you. So don't worry about judgment. Let them do it. They're the ones that are going to sit in that energy. They're going to sit in that negativity. You just allow it to just kind of slide off of you, because it has nothing to do with you. That is merely their opinion, and everyone's got one, right? So just ignore it and move forward, because you have a job to do. And that job is to step out with your gift and be able to transition lives and really help shift the vibration and shift consciousness on this planet. And that's the only job you have right now, because you were awakened and you agreed before you came in that this is what you were going to do. So remember, you have that agreement. You knew before you crossed over into this dimension that that is what was going to happen. So remember that and just harness that fear. And hey, Bridget's in my boot camp too. So harness the fear, guys. Do not allow it to use you. You use it to serve your purpose and do what you're supposed to do. If you guys are ready, many of you know, or in Bridget's in my spiritual biz boot camp, if you're ready to get past that fear and really step out with your gifts and be like, this is what I'm going to do and nothing can hold me back, then reach out, private message me, we'll chat. But remember, if you have fear, fear does not have you. So make the choice, live your purpose. Like I said, you made this agreement before you came in. Keep that agreement. Step out with your gifts. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. It's about them. If they're talking nonsense, it's just about them. And it is just about service to others. So with that, you guys have a beautiful day. And if you have questions, post them in the comments below, or feel free to post them in the group and I will answer them as best I can. So you guys have a beautiful day. And when you're ready, reach out. Spiritual Biz Bootcamp is the way to reach thousands. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.